Imagine settling down to study for several hours, but contrary to feeling drained and stressed out, you get through all so swiftly. It almost feels like you're violating the rules. The scientific rationale for studying smarter, not harder, is that it improves knowledge absorption. A lot of students have trouble studying, not because they don't know the subject matter, but because it takes too much time. Sitting down for hours on end to go over material could be confusing, which is why many put it off. You can save hours of studying time and still achieve the best results by using smart tricks and proven brain-boosting tactics. How about we jump right into the ways you can become an expert student so quickly, it's nearly illegal. Shift your expectations. The expectations you have while studying influence how quickly and effectively you learn. In 2002, Dr. Becca Levy of Yale University conducted research which found that people with a positive outlook on aging have better health and a longer life expectancy than those with a negative outlook. Just like with studying, this indicates how high our standards may be. When you reassure yourself, this is going to take forever, you're inviting yourself to a drawn-out and unpleasant study session. Your study habits are shaped by your desires, just like Levy's findings on the impact of aging on health. If you tell yourself things like, "I will complete this chapter in 30 minutes," you are more likely to actually complete the task at hand. Studying can be easier and more productive if you adopt a different mindset. Focus on what matters, the 80-20 rule. Now, studying might feel like a never-ending chore since students want to make an effort to learn everything, including the stuff they're already good at. Time and energy are being wasted by this method. The 80-20 rule, which states that if you put 80% of your effort into 20% of the subject matter, you will get 80% of the results, is a more effective strategy. This is to say, rather than trying to cram for every possible exam, focus on the subjects that will be on the test or that you know you will need the most help with. You can cut down on the amount of time you spend studying by giving priority to these golden nuggets of knowledge. No need to waste time going over anything that has already been covered. Skip the fluff and get down to the important stuff. Make past papers your best friend. Many students think they must first read their notes and books thoroughly before they can begin to prepare for exams. Instead of it, preparing for exams by working on previous papers or practice tests is more strongly advised. Use practice exams to get a feel for the format and content of the test. Making mistakes and then gaining from them is how we learn best. That's why we find past papers useful. If you take the time to practice with exam-style questions on an ongoing basis, you may pinpoint your weak spots and spend your revising efforts where they will have the most effect. Use a timer to boost efficiency. A must to mention, timing your studies is a unique and incredible efficient way to increase study time. The first benefit is that it makes you feel like you need to get things done soon. The chance of distraction is reduced when a timer is set to go off, since there is a restricted period of time to complete the task at hand. Also, according to Parkinson's law, you can get more done in fewer hours if you set up a shorter, more feasible deadline for yourself. The power of short bursts. It is more effective to study in reduced, more focused bursts rather than longer, more marathon sessions. The mind stays sharp and ready for action with these surges of concentrated effort mixed with brief pauses. Studying for 25 minutes at a time with a 5-minute break is known as the Pomodoro technique, and it's one way to keep focus and avoid exhaustion. We can also say creating study sessions with markers is like following a recipe with several steps. The recipe requires you to cut the veggies, heat the water, and prepare the ingredients in the correct order before you can go to the next stage. In the same manner, it is much easier to keep track of your progress and complete your work when you divide it up into smaller, simpler tasks. You advance towards the final goal with each mini goal, maintaining focus and track of your progress. So, studying doesn't have to be a time-consuming and painful process. You may save a ton of time preparing while getting better outcomes by adjusting expectations, focusing on high-priority subjects, using mock examinations, and scheduling study time. The secret is to study well, not only hard. Now you're all set to study like a wizard on a caffeine high. Just remember, all the knowledge doesn't come free. Your subscription is the price of admission. If you found these tips helpful, throw this video a like and let's keep the brain gains coming. Now, go out there and make studying feel as simple as ordering takeout when you don't want to cook. And we all know how easy that is.